He's a good artist. He can do rap. He can do sing, and I believe he can play some instruments. All I Zakira, shala la 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 la, shala la la la, shala la la la. La la kila, akashaki. I saw my happy. Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's another hip hopper. Kid grew up somewhere actually with Eritrean influence, of course, trying to do in his own way his song Shalalalala of that fabulous Haile Gabru, the legendary Haile Gabru, my brother. At this time, salute you. Ladies and gentlemen, I have come here to see in what dimension South Africa actually did his damage. Damage meaning positively speaking, his essence in South Africa. Of course, he met a lot of presidents out there, from South African president to many others, actually. I'm not going to say about it right now. You can go and check it out. Africans met in the summit, okay, in South Africa. And South Africa was definitely a star, although he's not yet a member of what we call the family yet, okay? But actually, he did his presence, and he talked something that some African nationalists probably liked, okay? In this session, we're going to discuss what he did in South Africa that I think was really even more significant than his diplomatic work on the social ground level of the connection. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, clearly this had been the picture of South Africa during the apartheid era. White area, blacks are forbidden. I do think that's how it reads. Racial segregation in South Africa, apartheid. And these Eritreans have also experienced it in Eritrea, in their homeland. The Italians had a segregated area in Asmara, while the workers, average Eritrean black person, had to go to the ghettos called Gazabrhalu, Abashaul, and all that. Basically, the Soweto, like in Eritrean experience I'm talking about, there was certainly apartheid in Eritrea, man. Yeah. The black people had to go away from Campostato, from Gazabanda, Italian. Areas like what they call the other areas, Campovolo. These were restricted areas for Italians, while the black workers, Eritreans, had to go to Abashaul, Gazab, Berhanu, Daga Arbi, and so. Gero was segregated from the place where the white people had to party about. There were curfews where the black people should not be there. And this was apartheid, in a sense, clear-cut connection with South Africa, the Eritrean experience in South Africa experience, somewhere mid. And this was exactly what was very important for the president to go to South Africa and meet the South African. They can connect. They both were in the struggle, one in the ANC, the other in the Eritrean struggle for independence. All right. The South African experience was extremely difficult, ladies and gentlemen. You know, Nelson Mandela was jailed, imprisoned actually in Coney Island for 28 long, very long years. And I'll show you something to that effect. I think Clinton visited him. The Clintons visited him in that island while he was still in jail. And this was a picture of it. Yeah.
And we're only allowed to use 5 rand a month. So what I'll do is to stock it, especially with sugar, peanuts and so on, and honey. And I say to them, you elect one person who is going to use the food here. Oh, yes. How are you? And, what is your name?
Ladies and gentlemen, one day in jail, lack of freedom, basically, lack of life, and 28 long years of freedom. At stake, locked up in a jail cell. And actually, in an isolated island called Coney Island was a very difficult experience for the freedom fighter, Nelson Mandela. Let's see what he faced when he went back after the release, actually. Let's see how he felt at that time.
One of the things that is difficult.
This was exactly his cell, where his cell was, Shambilba. After being president and coming back and visiting that cell, I wonder what was going on in his mind.
For me to comprehend is that we spent such a long time here. And there were moments of joy. But of course, there were painful moments because the apartheid regime was an expert in persecuting people psychologically.
Mandela always said he came out of prison a different man. What was it about life on Robben Island that changed him?
Well, the fact that you could sit alone and think gave us a wonderful opportunity to change ourselves, your behavior. I felt quite ashamed because I became busy with politics and with law. And I forgot that the people were very kind to me when I arrived in Johannesburg. And I said, if I ever get a chance of coming out, as I was sure I would eventually, no matter after how long, I would make up for the omissions I made.
Wow, he certainly made it. 28 years. Check out, human life cannot go beyond 100 years max. On average, at least 80 years a person is supposed to have lived full life. In his situation, 28 of those years have been diminished in there. And what was it about the whole thing? Being alone. You learn to be lonely. Lonely, completely lonely. And then you change that loneliness into solitude, psychologically. because you have to accept it. Once he accepted it, he made it agonizing and pleasant solitude. Most of it, he accepted it, so it became a home, basically. That's just a very dramatic experience. Unbelievable. You keep waiting. They're going to come. When is the door going to knock? When are they going to call my name for the last interview so that I can go to the air? No, you can only look at life from distance in closed cells. Oh, that was an experience. Well, that was an experience. Actually, it taught him humility. It taught him that life is not really. Life was just a go on. It taught him perseverance. It taught him forgiveness. It taught him the power of being, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Mandela, symbol of peace and tranquility. A very happy life, very complicated life, now sitting down in heaven. Gentlemen, here we're going to talk about what Isaias did in South Africa. Did he go to the Soweto? Did he remember the times of apartheid and appreciate the struggle of South Africans for freedom? Did he go there? Did he see it by himself? I'm going to take you down there. I'm going to take you down there and check this out. We appreciate this presentation, brother. Let's go.
Like how impressive it is besides on the other white countries, because you saw that China was a very nice welcome. Russia, Putin welcomed him very well. Let's go into this video. It's amazing, not too big. Watch until the end. If you need the channel, hit the like button and subscribe. Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, before that, what I forgot to remember is Mandela learned how to enjoy life alone. Mandela started listening to silence, absolute silence, like Ramana Maharshi used to teach. The best communication that you can do with life is with silence. Let's go with this one. Let's go with this one. That's what exactly he taught. He taught people after he actually came out of the brutal experience. He taught that people can sit down and learn and think and chill and be alone. And they can condition themselves into solitude, into pleasant solitude if it comes to be the way of existence. Thank you.
First of all, let's collect the video. Oh, they got the whole footage from the airport. Go find the entire video at LETV official, okay? So, this is amazing. Let's see. Of course, the South African flag and the Eritrean flag has to be there from the moment he lands. Nice. Just welcome them with the other South African traditional dances. That's real Africa right there.
I think what we're seeing is people very, very happy, cheering up for somebody, a brother coming to see them, to check them out, to see their existence. Someone who didn't forget their pain.
So many similarities. Hey, 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 hey. Oh, in a Maybach. He's taken away. I like the one welcome at the airport. It was amazing. And most of the time is the amazing welcome. So we're doing the corporate now.
President Isaias ኣብ ካልኣይ መዓልቲ ዑደቱ ምስኡ ብዝተጓዓዘ ሚኒስተር ጉዳያት ወፃኢቱ ዑስማን ሳልሕ ዝርከቦ ላዕለዋይ ልኡኽ ተሰንዩ ካብ ጆሃንስበርግ ኣስታት 40 ኪሎ ሜትር ርሒቓ እትርከብ ስርዓት ኣፓርታይድ ኣብ 1900
So he's in Johannesburg now, making moves, meeting.
Oh yeah, what he's saying is about, I think Soweto is about 40 miles away from Johannesburg. So they're now going to Soweto at this point in time.
What does it teach you when the president starts to move here, there, here, this one, talking to this president? What does it move to your head? What do you think the relationship is?
I mean, I do believe the relationship is down to earth. Him as a freedom fighter who spent most of his youth fighting for the Eritrean independence. At that time, the Mandelas were also fighting. Although he was also incarcerated, but yet ANC, the movement was going on in South Africa for flesh. The age difference is enormous, of course, but the principle, fighting for freedom, was actually exactly the same.
He is in the local market, bro, with the local people. Soweto, went to Soweto. That's crazy.
ቤተ መዘክር ደቡብ አፍሪካ
ማንዴላ ሃውስ
ፕሬዚደንት ሪፐብሊክ ደቡብ አፍሪካን ኔልሰን ማንዴላ ከምኡውን መስሕብ በጻሕቲ ዝኾነ ታሪኻዊ ህንጻታትን ህዝባዊ ዕዳጋን እናተዘዋወረ ተዓንዚቡ።
Oh yeah, I think this is some kind of they may have a library named after Mandela, like we had it in New York, upstate New York, Mandela Hall in the 80s. I think it was in 1984. Yeah, so he was in that library too. This is good accomplishment, the way I look at it, directly connecting with the grassroots, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow. Do you want him to dance too? This is crazy. Is he gonna do it? You have to go. America. America.
Isaias has never been scared mixing with the people. To the point the bodyguards actually fight. It's a struggle to isolate him from the people. A lot of people having guns, they actually do. He gets into it. He's in the middle of the people. Obviously, we've seen this a long time. Several times, again, time and again. So we can say this is his signature profile.
Okay. Somebody will get a chance to make $1 there. I'm among the people who want to meet this president so bad, and people just get chances here. When is he visiting Uganda, bro?
You better go and visit Uganda too, my brother. Are you from Uganda? Brother, I want to come visit you at Uganda. I don't even know where exactly you're from.
America. America. Wow. Seko was in the festival. Oh, he's going to have lunch in the local restaurant. Wow. Just imagine a president to land in your restaurant. Just imagine a president to land in your restaurant and you just start, I need this, I need that. There was no phone call made that he's coming. Yeah, you don't need to come close too much. You have to go like.
This may also be the South Africans used to be classified as colored with the Indian South Africans at that time in apartheid.
Wow. Wow. Everybody has to say whatever he talks. Oh, look how excited this lady is. Wow, I'm so touched.
You're talking about the Zululand, my brother. They're going to show you some kind of somersaulting you've never seen before. This is the hometown of Aretha Franklin, my brother. Not only Nelson Mandela.
Bro. These are the videos I make and I feel so emotional and I wish like, bro, I wish I was there. This is not something common, bro. Haha, you have to pass it out. Nelson Mandela. Like everybody on the street is just.
Well, many people may not agree. Definitely Nelson Mandela for South Africa. Definitely. A lot of Eritreans consider South Africa at the same level of prestige. He's a freedom fighter. He fought for independence. He got it right. He liberated Eritrea at the leadership level of the connection I'm talking about. That makes him the father of the Eritrean independence, while Idris Awate, who started the struggle, makes him the father of the Eritrean independence struggle.
Surprised, like what's going on. And those who know him, they wave at him. And if I see him on the street like this, I'll be happy. Wow, now he goes to his presidential suit, but just give everything time and a lot of things. People still at night, people are still in the streets, bro. This is crazy. Now he's going to his presidential suit. But
that was a beautiful story told, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate the brother who brought us this kind of knowledge. He shared his experience as a black man. Not only as a black man, in this medium, we protect humanity in general. White, red, yellow, and black. We just talk according to however it comes here. Here it came as a black. Humanity came as a black, colored black. Definitely Mandela was punished for his color of skin. However, ladies and gentlemen, while this was good news for many Africans, it was sad news for the terrorist group called Wayanes, TPLF, that created havoc in Tigray. And check out now what they're doing. Americans in America, in Asia, America, Europe, and Canada, Eritreans do their festivities for independence and all that. And just about a couple of months ago, or a month ago, just about a month ago, I don't know when they do their festivities. Here, the hoodlums, TPLF hoodlums. TPLF is the Tigray Liberation Front, whatever, creating chaos in Ethiopia. That caused the whole crisis in the war, actually. It was defeated by the Eritrean army. It was defeated. It surrendered to the Ethiopian army. peace was signed. Peace agreement was signed in South Africa. You understand? At this juncture, when Africans were all trying to make peace in Africa, here's the Wayane stooges acting up like Eritreans are coming to the streets harassing Eritreans in every festivity they go, actually taking all kind of negative steps to BS the police and misusing the US flag for terrorism. Ladies and gentlemen, here is a scenario, I think it was in Seattle, they went into a festivity that Eritreans were gathering, all these kids, you know what I'm saying, the whole communal. This is just historical that went on since the Eritrean independence struggle. Now the Wayanis are attacking them, pretending they were Eritreans to overthrow President Isaias, pretending like they were Eritreans, pretending as freedom fighters towards democracy in Eritrea. Actually, they're just going against the Eritrean society, period. Anybody who gathers, reflects joy and the togetherness, they have to go and disturb. They've gotten it in Europe, they've gotten it in Canada, they've gotten it here in America. Terrorism, Wayane, TPLF terrorism against the Eritrean people who respect their culture, their government, and their people. I'll give you one example here, you will be shocked. They're actually using American flag to promote their negativities, their hidden agenda against the Eritrean people, and none of them is Eritrean. Let me tell you why. Because none of them carries the Eritrean flag anyway. You understand? So I consider them extremist, violent people terrorizing Eritreans everywhere from Europe, Canada, and America. And here is one of the shows they did in United States of America, and the two hosts of this news are themselves Tigrians, and I will prove it to you. But let's go to the movies first. Man.
Never. I want
Ladies and gentlemen, Brigade Nahamadu is the name of the terrorist group, heavily organized in Europe, Canada, and America, and they carry the flags of nations. Here, they're carrying American flag to make sure, trying to just avoid problems from the police.
We're gonna have a peaceful protest. We're gonna let the American people know that they're compromised. We're gonna let the American government know there's the Eritrean government that's working inside of America with our tax dollars. They're using our tax dollars, right? And they're holding festivals by inviting little children and then showing them how to kill people.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's accusing the elders of showing the kids how to kill people.
They're showing them how to run down innocent children with guns.
Can you imagine? None of this is happening in those festivities. It's all very peaceful. It's all very peaceful, and it's been going on since the ages, since the time of armed struggle.
This involves kidney harvesting.
Kidney has been harvested in America inside the Eritrean, whatever within the Eritrean festivities, ladies and gentlemen. Kidneys. I don't know what kidney harvesting means. They accuse the Eritreans of harvesting kidney. I don't know where the kidneys are coming from. Where are they being sold? Where are they going? All right, let's go.
Human trafficking.
Human trafficking. From where to where?
Murder.
Who was murdered?
Execution.
Who was executed, sir?
There's 360 something.
Ladies and gentlemen, protect America from Putin and Isaias Afwerki. Isaias. Let me see what it says. Please watch out the placard. They're cheating American people. making it look like Eritreans are organized against America in favor of Putin and his support.
Prisons, I think 400 some prisons in Eritrea.
He thinks there are 400 prisoners in Eritrea, and somebody hairs him up. Whereabouts, sir? Whereabouts?
Half of the population is in prison.
3 million people, Eritreans, have been in prison, this guy said, considering 6 million people in Eritrea.
But the American people don't know they've been compromised.
How? How are American people compromised?
All these police officers and security, they're only doing their job. They're not our enemies. The security and the police officer are allies.
Listen, gentlemen, the police had to come there to protect the people who were just legally, by permission, doing their festivities.
The only thing we could do is educate them.
He wants to educate police as such. I'm sorry, I'm just interfering so that I don't miss any points, but I'll come down and make you listen to the whole thing. It's just a short script anyway. Now they're going to shout something to show the Americans that they defend the United States against Eritrea. One more time, the flag that they're waving is not Eritrean flag at all, sir. No, this is not our flag, sir. And none of the Eritreans, so-called Eritreans in this hoodlum business has raised that flag. As you can see, it's all about their flag, their own flag, an American flag.
عيني زدلهم سبات انتليهم يتم حفاظ لهم.
Go hands up. Hands up. Pay attention. USA can believe.
Okay, he's telling them in their language now that, okay, right here, we're going to shout United States of America, USA.
Benji, pull up the camera so Zerlo. Money Sarah Zerlo, Jam Sarah Tofalato. USA can believe follow Gubarini. USA, 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 USA. Protect America. Protect America. Protect America. Protect America. From terrorists. From terrorists. From terrorists. From terrorists. No to Putin. No to Putin. No to Isaias. No to Isaias. No to Putin. No to Putin. No Isaias. No Isaias. Protect America. Protect America. USA. 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 Thank you. I'll be back.
within
And this is how they protect the United States.
1 minute ኣብ ዘይትመልእ ግዜ ሃበ መንእሰይ ኣይነበረን ክብርግግ እዮም ሓሲቦም ኢግኖር እዮም ገይሮም ኣይሰምዑዎን ከማን ተተኩሲ
Check out. This is exactly what were they doing. They went there and they just vandalized, actually attacked people, and they were protecting the United States of America, let's say, gentlemen. They were indeed protecting us Americans. A beautiful country, United States of America. Oh, too many people got hurt, but we got to stop these hoodlums, all of us together, from not doing it again, ladies and gentlemen. This kind of terrorism is going on. These guys are pretending they were Eritreans, but we know for sure they are Tigrians. They're Tigrians. Let me prove it to you. The leader that I was talking about, who was discussing this matter in this medium, is this guy.
ኣነ መምህር ተመስገን ኪሮስ ካሕሳይ ይበሃል ካብ ኣቦይ ኪሮስ ካሕሳይ ካብ ኣደይ ድማ ኣረጋሽ ገብረ ህይወት ተወሊደ ኣብ ኣስመራ ተወሊደ ኣብ ኣስመራ ዓበ መበቆል ኣቦይ ኣብ ትግራይ ኮይኑ ኣብ ከባቢ ቀንዲ እንዳቦይ ካብ ኣቦ ካሕሳይ ገዛ ወደቀኛት ገዛ ኮይኑ ካብ ፀሊም ሓራማት ሓውዜን እዩ በዲኡ ድማ ካብ እንበይተይ ግደይ ሳህሉ ጓልደግያት ሳህሉ ዓዲግራት ኮይኑ ካብዚኦም ክልቲኦም ተወሊዱ ወዲ 10 ዓመት ምስ ኮነ ከምቲ ኩሉ ካብ ትግራይ ብናብራ ንዝሓሸ ህይወት ንስመራ ብዙሓት ዘቕርብዋ እዚ ሕጂ ኣብ ነፍሲ ወከፍ ኤርትራዊ ውሽጢ ዝፀንሐ ብፍላይ ድማ ብሓቂ ስርዓት ኢሳያስ
Well, he's handling his worker on the TPLF's flag in the other show, in the first show, then he becomes Eritrea with the Eritrean flag on the other show, in the second show. Yet none of that Eritrean flag has been in the violent demonstration. By the way, he talks that he is from Tigray, identifies himself, his roots from Tigray. His dad came to Asmara when he was 10, and basically he was born and naturalized in Eritrea. And let me show you the other guy who was doing the same thing with him.
ሕራይ ጽቡቕ መምህር በኹረ ሎማዓንቲ ብፍላይ ምሳኹም ክንዛረበሉ ንኽእል ዓውዲ ትምህርቲ ብዙሕ እዩ ንሎማዓንቲ ግን ብፍላይ ኣብ እንዳ ኣብ መንነት ናይ ተጋሩ ማእኸል ዝገበረት ጥራይ ሕፅር ኣቢልና ክንገብራ ካልእ ከዓ ግዜኹምን ፍቓድኩም ዝኾነ መገዲ ከዓ እንዳ ሓደ ብሓደ ክንመፆ ተስፋ ገብር ኣብዛ ናይ ሎማዓንቲ ብዛዕባ ተጋሩ ኢና ክንዛረብ እዞም ኣብ ኤርትራ ዘለና ተጋሩ ብኦም ክንጅምር መን ኢና እንትበልኩኹም ሲ መን በልኩምና ኣብ መንነት ናይ ተጋሩ
Well, he's talking about where he comes from, where he came from. He grew up in Eritrea. In both cases, both scenarios, what we see, actually the group's heads, the ones who run this organized terrorism, are basically from Tigray. And check this out, and they carry flags that we don't know. Because the Eritrean flag, as we know, is this one. They don't carry that one. They just don't carry it. They carry a blue, whatever piece of flag, if you call it, or emblem, that was given to Eritrea by the United Nations during the time of federation, when Eritrea was cheated from being independent into being integrated with Ethiopia, okay? And then that flag was just a symbol, just okay, Eritreans here we go. The United Nations gave us during the referendum. I mean the federation, time of federation. And that caused the whole problem. That happened in 1952. 1960, the Ethiopians took us over already. And then we started our armed struggle and achieved this flag at the end of the day after 28 years of fighting. In this conclusion, what I'm trying to say is these pieces of dirt, really, that's all I can say, because at the time, all Africans are driving on, trying to see probably if they could see some kind of change in their livelihood. All of them trying to get out of the suffocation. Where's this suffocation? Peacefully, of course. All of them cheering up with each other, and these Eritreans, so-called Eritreans, the Tigrayans, are protesting in favor of the United States of America and anti-black, the third world in general, anti-good people in general, whites, blacks, and everybody, you understand? This is a shame. At the time, when black people in particular are trying to wake up to see what's going on in their continent and checking out and balancing basically how their resources have been misappropriated. And here are hoodlums attacking Eritrean civilians, pretending Eritreans, okay? All of them from Tigray. And then in the name of American flag, in the name of American freedom, and protecting, in the name of protecting America from Putin and the United confrontation in the whole world against America, including Isaias and the Africans. This is a shame. You can't go lower than that in morality and in objection. You cannot go lower than that. You have no objective. You have no moral grounds to say this. But I believe the president of Eritrea, Isaias, he's impacted the South Africans in a heartily way. He went there where they were wounded at Soweto and showed his solidarity for how much suffering the South Africans went through the era of apartheid. Ladies and gentlemen, it was few terrorists, irresponsible Africans, blacks from Tigray, coming here to terrorize innocent Eritreans for supporting their government. To supporting, not beyond that, just festivities once a year and so. and yet after destroying Tigray all the way. I'll let you go. Thank you, and please subscribe. We're trying to make people aware about what's going on in our region. This is universal knowledge. This is for universal peace and harmony. We believe in peace and harmony. We believe there is a better way for United States of America to connect with Africans. And me especially as an American, as a beneficiary of being American, I have allegiance to United States of America's interest in Africa and elsewhere in the world, outside politicians, talking about people of America. I love them, appreciate them, and thank you for what you did for me. I wish you. We can deal better with the world. American, my brothers and sisters, we can deal better with the world.